Hi, I'm John McGuire, and I'm going to take you through some of the changes that we have coming up for global search in GitLab 15.1. And I have joining me CZ, our engineering manager, and John Mason, one of our senior backend engineers that works on global search. So the first item that we're going to be working on in 15.1, CZ is going to take us through.
Yeah, this feature is to split commits of our main index. We hope by making this change, it will make our code search faster and also make the commit search faster. In addition to that, we hope we will pave the way so that in the future, we build up a framework to allow us to easily add new content to the advanced search.
Yes, great. And that is a key part. If we didn't break things out in the index, as we added something like a piece of metadata for some faceting or aggregation, we'd have to process everything in the whole index, and commits would be much smaller portions, so it'll be a lot easier to add these things, especially for extremely large instances like GitLab.com.
Yeah.
And the next big change that we have coming up is something that we've recently enabled. So in GitLab 15.0, we were able to enable support for the newest versions of Elasticsearch, Elastic 8. And John Mason is going to take us through some of the changes we're looking for our own GitLab.com.
Thanks, John. Yeah, so with upgrading our Elasticsearch integration code, not only are we able to integrate with the latest version of Elasticsearch, we're also able to integrate with the latest version of OpenSearch. For our .com instance, we are working with Elasticsearch, and we would want to upgrade our Elasticsearch to the latest version, which is 8.2 at the time of this recording. We're excited about that. We're going to be placed on new hardware, so we're expecting a big performance boost from this, and that's going to be really great across the board.
Yeah, just as you're alluding to, if that's the current version, right? So Elastic does update their versions quite frequently. I've heard it's like about every 2 months. But why this is so critical is that if you don't make the jump into 8, then you can't keep up with those version changes. So it absolutely makes sense to keep up with those changes and keep going to Elasticsearch 8. So the next thing we're going to be working on, we have been working through the search bar and adding a bunch of features recently in 15.0. You've seen we have the ability to now expand out the search bar and click. That's just the first piece of this. We're now going to be adding in some pieces to help users understand what scope and what project and group they're searching in when they're in the search bar. Previously, this was a little bit confusing, or maybe even a mystery when you put in a search what project and scope you're going to go to. Now we have logic and saying it's going to be the project and scope that you're currently in, but nothing really reflected that too much in the search bar. This is going to make it stand out better. It's going to also give more room to expand where you get your recently viewed issues and the previews that come from other similar searches. Coincidentally, as you expand this out, you also allow for more results to show before you have to scroll or have the fold. So this will be helpful in kind of 3 different ways, and is kind of a general change for GitLab search bar. It's on every single page, and it doesn't change too often. I think you'll be able to tell in the future if you're using GitLab 15 or larger, because you can look at the search bar and see that it's actually this new search bar. It's very exciting. The next item, this actually comes from also a lot of user and customer feedback that we've had, is that they like some of the things that we're doing in code search. It's hard to necessarily remember the search syntax options that are available, or even remember that they are available. And so we've added a link now that's right above the search bar, or we'll be adding a link right above the search bar that'll pop out a drawer that gives you a quick guide on how to use the search syntax. And so hopefully this really kind of takes, a little bit of the current experience. It makes it simpler. Current experience, you're going to have to go to another page. Hopefully you click to open a new window and then read, and then come back to the page and figure out how you want to search. So this keeps it all on one page and lets you kind of iterate on your search as you go. And then finally, this is something that I know we have been talking about for a long time, and I am extremely excited about. We are going to start the work on our first true facet that's coming from our Elasticsearch, our advanced search integration. And the first one we're looking at is the program language when you're doing code search. So this will not be delivered in 15.1, but we're going to be starting the backend work to enable this so that then we can go and do the front end work to have this available. But I know that CZ and I are both extremely excited about, I'm sure John is as well, but this is another big milestone change because all of the advanced features that we've been putting in place is in goal trying to lead up to features like being able to do this filtering in a result view. So it's kind of culminating into something that's going to help us create an extremely valuable and easy to use experience. And so that is what we are looking at for a very exciting GitLab 15.1. Thank you.